I think generally speaking, this is just in the movies. This is just in TV shows, like wedding sabotage. If you know for sure that somebody tried to sabotage your wedding or a part of your wedding, prove it to us. 1-855-BERT Show.
It happens in real life. And when I tell you, my jaw dropped when I heard this story. I can't believe a family member would go so far as to sabotage another family member's wedding. This story is crazy.
What would make somebody do that? Just jealous that they're not the one getting married that day, so I'm going to make it totally miserable for somebody else?
Dude, trying to answer the question why to some people's behavior is just absolutely impossible. Some people are miserable and they just want to make everybody else around them miserable.
Thanks.
All right, so this comes from bridal influencer either Cassia or K Asia. And she works for a wedding dress store, right? She works for a wedding boutique and she sells wedding dresses. And she's going to detail the drama that happened with one of her brides.
Hi, yes, I'd like to cancel my wedding dress. I'm sorry, who is this? This is Diana so-and-so. I'm sorry, Diana, did we just talk a month ago? What has happened since that last conversation? It shouldn't matter what happened. I want to cancel my order. So that was my first red flag because this client never did she speak to me the way that she was speaking to me over the phone. There's no reason for it. I didn't cause anything. She didn't cause anything. If she's asking a normal question, we shouldn't be talking to each other as she's talking to me. Not to mention the fact that they came all the way from Indiana to place this order on a referral from another bride that bought from us as well. And she had called to make an appointment for alterations the month prior. So I already had on the books for a fitting. So this call didn't make any sense. So nothing jives here. Nothing's making sense. And I have red flags all over the place. But then she says one more thing. She says to me, you know which dress I'm talking about. It's the ivory champagne one. Gotcha, because it's another red flag. I recall specifically this bride being with her entire family in the room, and then they all fell in love with the ivory champagne dress, and when she came to order it, she said to me, Kathy, I've always dreamt of wearing a pink dress, and you have the dress that I love in pink, the Moscato color. I want to order it Moscato. No one needs to know until the wedding day when I walk down the aisle in this dress, so I want to order in pink. You remember your dream dress. You remember what color you ordered that dress in, no matter whether you're happy or sad, you remember. So I told this lady, I said, you know what? Let me call you back. I'm going to look up the order. Her response quickly is, let me give you a number to call me on. I said, sure. I jotted it down. And then I called the bride. So I'm calling the bride and I'm like, please pick up, please pick up. She picks up. Hi, Diane. I really need to talk to you about something. Did you just call me by any chance about your wedding dress? She's like, no, but you know what? Can I call you back? 'Cause I'm dealing with a crazy situation with my venue right now. I'm like, you're going to want to call me back too, because there's a crazy situation going on with your wedding dress. I had someone just call me trying to cancel your wedding dress. I heard her literally drop the phone. I heard myself fall to the ground, hit the ground, earthquake style. She's like, you gotta be effing kidding me. I said, no. And there's a lot of red flags. And I know I just talked to you. So what's going on here? Like, who is calling in your name? She's like, Kathy, my stepsister just called and canceled my venue. And I'm having an issue with my venue. They want to charge me 3 times the amount for my venue because she canceled it in my name. She impersonated who I was. And I want to call the cops. So clearly this bride's freaking out because now she's finding out she's got no venue and someone's trying to cancel her order on her wedding dress. But she knows who it is because they got down to the bottom of it actually that day that I called her, because she went ahead and started calling everyone in the family saying, you won't believe what just happened. My venue got canceled. The venue said someone called and said straight up, my wedding is canceled. Please cancel the event. So they took her off the calendar. In the meantime, this bride the entire time thought that she had a venue for July, like mid-July, July 15th or 17th in Indiana. In the meantime, the venue told her that there's a higher price now to rebook this room. 3 times higher than she originally booked it almost 2 years ago. So clearly the bride's freaking out and she's like, well, what am I going to do? I can't afford it. So the venue said that if she can prove that she's been impersonated, then they'll consider actually giving her the venue at that price. The only way she can prove is to contact the police and to report her sister for what she's done. Her father asked her not to do that. So in the meantime, he's like, I'm going to sell my car and I'll just pay the difference. Can you believe that?
So I'm still trying to wrap my head around everything this bride is saying. And I'm like, my gosh, why would someone want to do this to her? And I said, you know what, maybe if I give you the telephone number that this person provided me, are you sure it's your stepsister? Because I was having a hard time believing that a family member would do something to this nature. So yeah, I went ahead and gave it to her, and sure enough, she said that's my stepsister's telephone number. It's her cell number, actually.
Wow.
So the venue was going to charge her 3 times as much, right? So what she ended up doing is creating an email chain back and forth of what happened with the wedding dress. She presented that to the venue. The venue used that as the evidence that her stepsister did call, and they went ahead and gave her the venue back at the original price she booked it at.
Pure evil.
Evil.
I would have reported her.
Pure evil.
The Bert Show.